I remember back when the goodness of a heart was actually about something. Now, goodness from the start is actually showing that you're less than something. Isn't that ironic? Coming to you at 0700 hours and 58 minutes. It is Tuesday, October 19th, 2021. This is a back off or a understanding from the Power of Oneness series. I did a power. All you do is type my name in, Otho Williams Jr., OTHO Williams Jr. period. Then hit Power of Oneness, ONESS, and check out that because that's going to show a multitude or a different range of where I'm going with this series, The Power of Goodness. This series is for men, especially black men, that feel as your goodness is not received. But as in the Power of One series, it's part of your oneness with who you are and not what other people think about you. That's the key thing, is what other people think about you can have truth. And also it's their analogy, it's not who you truly are. So as you do, you take that with a grain of salt. You take whatever seeds or goodness you have from when you were a child. So, instance, I won't say a lot of things to people because I don't want to hurt people's feelings, or I don't know how people receive things. So if somebody say something to you about anything it is, I'm not gonna call something out. I'm not gonna give it a name, and you know it's not true. That's not true. So in this Power of Goodness series, I want to speak about doing good within you. People say, well, that's translation. That's not good, or this is not good. But in reality, it is. You know, if you see somebody outside, so I see an older woman shoveling or raking up her leaves. A good. Now, I don't care how nobody classify this. See, we start taking on their terminologies because we start taking on who is we. You know who we is. Their terminologies. So somebody told you as a child, help a young lady because she's a lady. Nothing to do with her entitlement or what she deserves, because you are a man. And after a certain age, just have I noticed, I didn't need somebody to tell me, I became stronger than my mother physically. Physically. I was stronger than my mother by the age of, I want to say it was 15 or 16, maybe 17. People say that's a long time. No, my mother's 30 years older than me. My father almost 40 years older than me. So why wouldn't my mother be stronger than me? She's been on the earth longer. She's been through way more things than me, mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. So that my mother could not raise me as a man, but what she could do is show me how to be the best respectable man that she know of as a woman. Remember, because man is in woman, woman is in man. So if you're going to take that away, you're going to take away everything that was supposed to be for you. So if you're working on you, that's why the power of oneness is very important. That's why I say check that out. Listen, maybe you might hear something you never heard. I don't, even in the things when people say to me, I might have heard something that I heard before. That's why I want to listen. I don't want to hear things I never heard before. You're at least such as to go to it. But I'm looking for the opportunity and the chance to hear something I never heard. Maybe it was a word that came to me. What if you had a dream or you was thinking about yourself, but then there was an interruption? You were in the car, shouldn't have been daydreaming, you were driving, or you was about to do something that maybe was indifferent of what you're normally going to do or think. So it interrupted you. So what the introduction to this is, the power of goodness, is to talk to young men or men on social media that we call things with these terminologies, these names, the usage of everything. I don't fit in the category. That's how y'all did. Here's a EI, an example of the terminology of alpha, beta. What about sigma? What about gamma? What about theta? What about phi? What about psi? Those not part of, what do you call that? I'm going to call that the philosophy of madness. The philosophy, is that not part of the philosophy that they try to use on us? Are those words exempt from, should we utilize those words? See, and that's why I don't get into that terminologies. Because if you use a terminology, so just say I use Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio, so what? That tells you nothing about me. But all it do is bring you a what? A what's the word? Prerequisition or evaluation. It's not the word I wanted to use, but it's another word. You know the word I'm trying to use. A prerequisition or already an evaluation of who you are not. That's why I don't use the words. See what I'm saying? I don't lead with, who are you? I'm a Scorpio. Well, I'm a blank male. Well, how about I'm a good? How about I am strong? I am hardworking. I am caring. See, all the things that we normally don't hear is things that the Power of Oneness series will incorporate and do this abide in you, do this take away from you, do this add from you. What are things, if you, let's say you did call yourself a Scorpio or a fraternal name or a sorority name or fraternal name, and said, well, I am one of these. But do that covers the whole you? Is that the epitome? Do that amplify of who you are? Do that tell me all about you? If not, why would you utilize it? These are new words. These are new words to mess with our mind. And the number one destroyer of Black people is listening to other people's words. So what I say unto one, I say unto all. It's your path. It's your journey. It's your choice. Choose wisely. In this case, think wisely. Because however you think of you, that is how you going to perceive who you are. Hear that again. How you perceive of who you are. It has nothing to do with no one else. And if it has to do with someone else, you are not the author of who you are.